Hi, welcome along to another vlog review. These vlog reviews are slightly different from my normal vlogs, but I still try and contain a little bit more in the hope that maybe my Apple Watch will start giving me notifications, but the hope that maybe you'll watch some of the other vlogs which you can find up here. Today I am looking at the Zoom Q4n for a comprehensive review. The video camera for creators, it says, okay? Just to absolutely categorically make it clear, I am not being paid for this endorsement. In fact, Zoom couldn't even be bothered sending me one of these things for a review, so I have borrowed a friend's because I'm hoping this piece of kit will be able to save me from taking my great big DSLR with camera around as a vlogging camera, but also because I'm a professional musician, a lot of my vlogs involve music, so I'd be looking for something that can even replace, if necessary, my iPhone 7 Plus for Facebook live streaming, but I don't even know if this has the ability to stream. I don't think it does. Anyway, so coming out of the box, this is a friend of mine, so they've kind of lent it to me. You get the USB plug and charger, which didn't seem to work last night because I did charge it overnight and yet it still doesn't have full charge. It's a nifty little thing, okay? I do like this little bit. I'm easily impressed, okay? Now, just a quick caveat. I use a Zoom H4n recorder and have done for years. It's been a real good workhorse. It stays in my gig bag. Watch my video about what's in my gig bag. But it really does the job, and this was recorded on this Zoom H4n. As was this. And as was this. What I like about the Zoom 4 is it's got really good quality microphones. It records a decent signal. It's heavy duty. It's also obvious what it is in one sense, so I can leave it on a desk at a gig. It's sturdy enough not to get nicked that easily. It doesn't really slide in anyone's pocket. It just runs off an SD card. At the end of the gig, I get my SD card, I pop it out, put it in the back of the computer, mix the audio down in Logic, and all those tracks you heard there have had a little bit of post-processing done in Logic. Okay, so this is on the H4n. Here we go. Does it move all the way around? So it does move all the way around, like kind of like the DSLR does, so I can see myself while I'm talking to you. So let's put them alongside each other. This is the Zoom. Let's put them here, because that more or less level. So this is what the Zoom can do, and this is what the DSLR is doing. Okay? Zoom, DSLR. Zoom, DSLR. So the DSLR picture quality is much better. Okay? It's shooting in 720. What's the audio quality like, though? So I'm just going to talk audio. So this is me talking. I'm going to do some playing into it in a moment, which will be the real key, because the one thing that the DSLR microphone doesn't do very well is record the saxophone. You've heard it in different vlogs. It distorts. Sometimes I try and edit the audio a little bit to make it sound better, but it takes a long time to get that right. On vlogs where I'm doing saxophone reviews, I use my studio mics and sync them all together. So maybe this won't be able to do the whole thing like that, and maybe won't aim it at that, but the convenience for being on gigs. So what I'm going to do now is attach it to my tripod. It's got HDMI out, so I guess if the problem with that, it's not very convenient in terms of streaming, because I don't want to be faffing around on a gig. The advantage the iPhone has, of course, you enter the Facebook app, you send the thing out, and you're streaming your gig in no time. It doesn't look as anywhere near as heavy duty as this thing does, and provided this has got a camera in it, it does bother me a little bit. Anyway, let's see what it does. If you're a regular vlog watcher, I don't quite know which lens to look at, so I'm going to look directly beyond the lenses and see what happens. But if you're a regular vlog watcher, this is the DSLR, this is on the Q4n. You'll know that I'm trying to, at the moment, keep up my practice by using this amazing practice hack, which I put in here. I am now on day, oh gosh, I'm nearly a week away. Yeah, it's mid-90s or something, I'll work it out in a bit. Anyway, what I'm trying to do is just get through my normal bit of practice. I'm not going to give these things a little outdoor test, and then I might do a bit more of the vlog on this camera, see what happens, get you a bit more footage. I'm just working on general stuff. I have a radio broadcast to do tomorrow, a national radio broadcast, where I'm talking about Dr. Martin Luther King and the influence on my album Jazz Vespers. I will try and take that camera with me if I remember. And I'm also trying to go through a set list for a gig I have on Friday in the City of London with a singer, and she's just sent a set list through on the amazing iRealB app, but everything's in really weird keys. So what I'm doing is basically trying to go through as many of these different tracks as I can, working on her strange keys. It's good practice for me, but also for the Zoom, to sort of give you a bit of a taste of what goes on with, and that volume seems very, very low. If I move you up that way, which way's better? That way seems to be going up. Yeah, it's trying to find, because the speech versus the saxophone, I guess, will be the difference. Till you don't touch there. So I'm going to just use the iRealB. This is on the Q4n, this is on the DSLR. Like I said, the DSLR has a dead cat on it, and this just has this little dome that comes with it. So I have no idea what the audio quality is like until I listen back on the edit, but anyway, there you go. It's not that windy in here today, so it's not a major test. The dead cat's pretty good at cancelling out the noise of what goes on different things. So that's a little test outside. I am now going to go and pick up my kids from school, and I'm going to take the little one with me, see if I can get a little bit more shots out and about. Happy birthday to you. So that last little bit was just to wish my little boy a happy birthday for the regular vlog watchers, and maybe some of you new ones as well. In conclusion, the Zoom Q4n. What I like about it, the audio quality is fantastic, especially for musical instruments. It's better than this one. This is a Rode mic. It's designed for speech. It's not really designed for playing the musical instruments. The saxophone over I regularly have problems with it on the vlog, but for ease of use and the fact I'm doing a vlog, I want things to be quick. The picture quality surprised me. It's better than I thought. It's nowhere near as good as you can tell as the DSLR. Obviously with the DSLR I've got a £800 camera, £800 lens, well £600 lens I think it's one, and obviously a microphone. So the whole kit that I'm talking to you on now is over £1,000 worth of gear. This comes in at £250 on Amazon. So is this, what I'm talking to you on, 4 times better than this? I don't think so. So the camera quality is good. I'm a bit concerned about the flimsiness of it. It feels cheap and plasticky, even though it's not that plastic, obviously. It doesn't feel heavy duty. It worries me that on a gig, it would get damaged quite easily. It couldn't live in a gig bag, etc. Could it become a vlogging camera? Probably. I'd have to tweak the audio, but that's another positive for it. I did like the fact that on the DSLR, on the image screen, you can monitor the audio levels at the bottom. You can't do that on the DSLR. In fact, I'm not even sure my audio light is on. It is, thankfully. Where was it? Let me get you adjusted there. So, great audio quality. Pleased with the picture quality. It's easily transportable. It's very small and petite and nice and easy to move around. I don't like the fact it looks and feels a bit cheap plasticky. I don't know. Maybe I could fiddle with the picture a little bit. I certainly think with a bit of EQ on the audio it would sound good, because I know that from the other Zoom things sound good with a bit of tweak. Where I think it fell down was, now I know the iPhone 7 is the greatest camera on a phone, full stop, especially with the 7 Plus, but I thought the iPhone 7 Plus kicked its ass when it came to the camera. I know the iPhone Plus is shooting in 4K, but what I'm thinking, if I've got £250 to spend and I've got an iPhone 7, I would go out and buy a decent kit, microphone kit. Is it the Eyeline or whatever it's called? I know there's decent kit, I've seen it in the Apple store, but I've never bothered because I've got the Zoom. But I would go out and I would get a decent mic that attaches to my iPhone. And then, because the thing you haven't got on there is Facebook Live, or the ability to stream your video, and that is absolutely critical for the next 5-10 years, because what people want to do is live stream. For example, a few weeks ago, back in November, I live streamed my gig from the Haymakers. 195 people were watching the live stream and only 40 people were at the gig. So more people wanted to watch it on live stream because it's more easily accessible via Facebook Live. It stays there. I mean, do you remember me telling you about the story about 250,000 people watching Wayne Shorter put a reed on his saxophone on Facebook Live? It's crazy. So what lets that down is it doesn't have the streaming ability. It's flimsy. It looks a bit cheap. £250. Okay, if I won't buy one. If I had a cheaper phone without a good camera, maybe. But of course the phone still gives me the option of live streaming. So if I don't have a DSLR and I'm looking to film my gigs, then maybe. And if I don't want to leave a £1,000 or £800 iPhone with a decent camera on the side, decent microphone on the side, around at a gig, maybe I would buy one of those. For me, nice piece of kit, nice microphone, but I'm not buying one for the reasons I outlined, mainly because I've got better kit already, and I would rather invest in a decent microphone for my iPhone 7 Plus. That's the end of today's vlog. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. It's been very different from normal, but this has been knocking around, and a lot of musicians have been talking about it being a game changer. I don't think it is. I wanted to do a review of it. Here it is. I'm hoping to get hold of there's a camera knocking about where you can live stream and people can edit it. Is it me? I can't remember. Anyway, it's about yay big, and I've seen a few adverts for it. Try and get a review for that. Don't forget, please subscribe down the bottom. That helps me make these videos better, because YouTube give me better things the more subscribers I have. And if you haven't watched my last vlog, it's over there. Thanks for watching. See you soon.